Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I look a little crazy right now, but I'm actually trying out this new product that I got from Boscia. It's a luminizing pink mask, a peel off mask. So this is what it looks like. Shopper Mandy actually gifted this to me on she's a YouTuber. I don't know if you guys ever heard of her, but if you haven't, you need to check her out because she's legit. I really like her a lot. She does a lot of reviews on makeup, honest opinions on certain things, and she definitely deserves a lot more subscribers than what she has, for sure. So anyways, I'm supposed to leave it on for 30 minutes and then peel it off, but I put it on with the Sigma I can't see something mask, but it's a silicone tip to apply like skincare. So I use this, and the thing that I noticed that it started like peeling and lifting in certain areas that I tried to go over twice. So with that type of, well, with this specifically, do a quick thick layer and then be done with it, because if you try to add afterwards, it's going to start like gumming up. But anyways, I'm starting to feel it dry and tighten up on my face. But I have a lot of freckles, I have a lot of beauty marks, I have a lot of hyperpigmentation, and I don't know how to mess with the settings on my phone, but I think it has like that soft filter, and I don't know how to take it off because I don't know how to mess with that stuff. Anyhow, one of the main reasons why I wanted to come on here is to kind of give you a story time. And so I was debating on two. One is how when I used to work at a GI clinic, which is a gastroenterology clinic, I have something in my eye, and how a patient who was needing an endoscopy dreaded having that done because they had had it done before, and they wanted us to go an alternate route, which is like totally unbelievable. And the other story was the time that I had to pee in a laundry basket. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the story about the time that I had to urinate in a laundry basket. And it's like one of those typical round laundry baskets that has like holes all the way around, and there's only like this much of a lip on the bottom before the holes start. So anyhow, this is when I used to live in a different house, and we did have 2 bedrooms, but we had a house full of people. So it was me in one room, my nephew and his girlfriend in the room across, and then we had a bathroom in that hallway. Then down the hall was my sister's room, which was the master, who had an in-suite, and her 2 younger daughters were in that room as well, because it was a huge room with a bathroom. Then we had a dining room, but a kitchen. We had a living room, and then we had a den that we made into a bedroom, and that was my son's room. And so it was during the winter time a couple years back, and we were having trouble with our heating system. And so we kept having it fixed, and then it kept tripping and it kept tripping. So finally we were like, we don't have the money to keep trying to get it fixed. So the quick solution was just to get individual heaters. Trying to find a comfortable position. I have a tube top. I'm not like, I just realized how it looks. It's getting tight on my face. Anywho, so we all had individual space heaters in our rooms, and that's how we stayed warm during the winter time. It was so cold. It was like the coldest part of our winter. And so in the middle of the night, I had to go to the bathroom. And I was just so comfy and cozy in my bed, in my comforters, in my duvet, warm with the space heater. And I didn't want to come out of my room into the freezing hallway to go down the hall into the restroom. I said to myself, I can hold it, I can hold it, I can hold it. I was just so comfortable that I didn't want to get up. And saying it out loud, I know it sounds silly, like, get your butt up and go to the bathroom, you know. But for whatever reason, I was just warm in my little cocoon of blankets and duvet that I didn't want to get up. I said, I can hold it. So then morning comes around. It must have been the weekend. Morning comes around and I'm bouncing. I'm like shaking and I'm bouncing in my bed, waiting for the feeling to go to the bathroom to go away so I can sleep a little longer. But it got to the point where it's like, okay, you need to get up, you need to go to the bathroom. So I get up to use the bathroom, and somebody's in the shower, somebody's in the bathroom, and I think it was my nephew. And so and he's like 20, early 20s at the time. And I was like, oh my God, like I'm getting ready to pee in my pajamas. So I go to my sister's room and I go into use their bathroom, and my sister's in there and she's like, I have a very bad stomach ache. I don't know how quickly I can get off this toilet. She's not going to be very happy about me telling this story, but I was like, oh my God, please, can you just hurry? Because I really, really, really have to go. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I go into the dining room and I'm sitting in the chair and I'm looking down the hallway and I'm looking at my sister's room, looking down the hallway and looking to my sister's room, like bouncing in my seat, like, oh God, you know, just waiting for somebody to come out so I can run in there and go to the bathroom. And so I'm standing up, and then mind you, it's freezing in the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, the hallway, like it's freezing cold, even though I have like flannel pajamas and I have slippers and everything else. The house is freezing cold, and that doesn't help when you have to go to urinate, when you have to pee. And so I'm sitting there bouncing on the chair like, please God, please God, please God, let somebody come out already, because I'm getting ready to pee my pants. So I get up and I'm like pacing back and forth, pacing, and I'm like rocking and I'm pacing like literally I'm about to pee in my pants if I don't hurry up and get into the restroom. And so it got to the point where nobody was coming out, and it was either urinate on myself on the floor or find somewhere to urinate. And so the only thing I could think of was to go into the garage. So I walk into the garage and I'm looking around like, I need to pee somewhere. And literally, I did not have a pot to piss in. And so it was to the point where like, oh Jesus, it's coming out. And the only thing that I had near me that I could pee in was an empty laundry basket, because our laundry room was in the garage next to so there was a laundry basket on the floor next to the washer and the dryer. So I pulled down my flannel pants. And I squatted over this laundry basket and I started to pee, and I'm just like holding on to the washer and dryer, you know, like to balance myself over this basket, because like I ain't no spring chicken, and I'm not no 120 pounder, you know, I'm like double that. And so I'm holding on to the washer and dryer, and I'm holding up my flannel pants at the crotch so that I don't pee all over them, and I'm peeing in this basket, and it just keeps coming and coming and coming and coming, and the flow will not stop. And I'm thinking like, oh my God, like the laundry basket is like a small, no, not small, like a medium-sized laundry basket, and it was round, and it was full of holes all the way around, and there was only like this much of solid bottom that was going to hold my pee, and it was getting to the point where I'm going to overflow. It's going to reach the little holes, and my urine is going to end up all over this garage floor. So luckily I was able to finish before, right at the tip of hitting those first row of squares of like holes. And I literally grabbed a sock from the dryer and like wiped myself because I couldn't bear the thought of pulling up my my pants without wiping myself, like being wet. Like it was just so gross. I know that sounds really gross and disgusting, but like I needed to wipe myself, so I just reached in the dryer and I'm like looking around like what's in here, and I found a sock, so I just wiped it myself and I threw the sock in the washer. And so I'm like, oh, like I felt so much relief finally getting to urinate. But the thing is like, what do I do with this basket like full of morning urine? You all can imagine what that looked like. So luckily the garage was like adjacent to the back door to go to the backyard, and so I opened up the back door, and I had to like a little cinder block to hold the door open because it would swing close. So I opened up the back door in the freezing winter and I put the block there in my pajamas and my slippers, and then I pick up the laundry basket, and I'm walking like so slowly, like so gingerly, like holding this basket, because I tell you, like any little bump or move or angle, that the urine was going to like drip everywhere. And between the door was adjacent to the garage to go outside, but I had to walk across an area that was carpeted, and I did not want to spill urine on the carpet. So I walked very slowly, carefully, and gingerly to the back door with this basket full of my urine. Take a few steps off the patio into the grass, and then I like dumped it out there, and I left the basket out there. And I had my son later on that day, I'm like, hey, that basket is like really dirty, can you rinse it out? And I never told him why or what. He was like, what why is the laundry basket in the backyard? I'm like, just don't ask questions, it's just dirty, can you just rinse it out for me and then leave it out to dry so we can use it? And literally we just kept using it, and nobody knew, nobody was the wiser that I had urinated in the basket. But anyhow, that is the story of how I had to urinate in the laundry basket. This thing is completely dry and it's completely tight on my face. I'm gonna go remove it. I'm gonna use it a few times, and then I'll leave in the comments maybe in a week or two how I feel, if I feel like it's made any difference or anything like that. So if you like me and you like my personality, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you. Otherwise, thank you for stopping by, and thank you for taking the time to look at this video. And for my returning subscribers, this is just a random video that's a little bit different than my chemo and my cancer update. Just thought I'd switch it up a little bit, and I hope one of you got a giggle out of this story, because I don't know if it's one of those things where it's like people listen to the story and they're like, that's so dumb, or like one of those stories where it's like you had to be there for it to be funny. But I really do hope somebody got a little giggle out of it. I hope I didn't gross anybody out, but sometimes those things happen. So anyhow, I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you for stopping by, guys. Okay.